All right, let's get into it. So, this is going to be an unpopular opinion, but if you remember the 90s movie Soul Food, I'm going to say in this particular movie, Terry was the victim. Terry was the one that was being misused and abused by her family, even though she was presented as the bitch throughout the entire movie intentionally. And what I claim this to be is the contempt and the resentment for Black women who depict inner power. Now, pay attention. I didn't say outer power, I said inner power. Now, before you start saying, well, that was just a movie, it was entertainment, please understand that art imitates life. And we can all attest to identifying with the archetypes and the tropes in this movie.
Pay for everything, and then maybe we could pay you all back in installments or something.
Don't you start running that game on me again. What, do you expect me to bail Lem out of jail, too?
Now, come on, Terry. Lem doesn't have anything to do with this, okay?
How we can pay for Mama's bills is by selling the big house.
What?
We are not selling the house.
Mama and Daddy saved their whole life for that house, Terry.
We can't even agree on anything as small as Sunday dinners. Nobody's paying for the taxes or the utilities except me. And now we can finally put Uncle Pete in a home like we've been talking about for years.
We are not putting Uncle Pete in a home. Mama would kill us.
You are tripping.
I'm selling the house.
You're not selling the house.
I am the guardian of her estate. That means I make the decisions.
Come on now, Terry, listen to what they're saying, all right? Your mama worked hard to keep that house in the family. For everyone. For you and your family.
Oh, fuck the family! The family? I let the family in my house. You know what? The family fucked my husband.
So, by now, the dynamics of the family should be pretty clear. Carrie is the gifted one who was able to succeed in a more material way. But it wasn't just about her being a strong boss bee. It was also about her having the inner power to overcome lower middle class life and some of her devices to be able to be successful. So she is a very resilient person. For those reasons, they feel very entitled to usurp energy from her. They're parasitically attached to her. That house is used as a parasitic method to maintain the family being together in spite of the unhealthy codependent dynamics. And everyone is a proprietor and a benefactor from the codependent family narrative, really, except for Terry. She's just having trouble breaking away because she doesn't have an identity fully developed outside of her family. And so for those reasons, she operates in what you want to call imposter syndrome. And it is very hard for her to set boundaries with her family because they will gaslight her immediately. So even though Terry is intelligent enough to know that this isn't right, she knows what is happening to her. She knows she is being gaslit. She is simply too conditioned and not strong enough to break away from them without feeling an immense amount of guilt. One thing I noticed at the final part of the scene where she chased her cousin and put her cousin out for sleeping with her husband, when Terry began to cry in anguish and she was kind of looking around for somebody to hold her, everybody was kind of standoffish, like, I ain't holding that bitch. And finally, the youngest sister, who tries to at least play the neutral one, comes over and consoles her, but it was hesitantly done.
Testicles and no shaft.
Oh,
What
yeah.
happened to your shaft?
There is
Robert?
powerful niggardry at work here.